welcome back to the family channel.
Hi.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. And today we're going to react into fried rattlesnake.
Good job, dude. Yeah, as you can see, I've skipped the video to 2 minutes and 56, and that's because they show the killing of the snake and everything, and YouTube just does not like that sort of thing, and Leia doesn't want to see that thing, that sort of thing either. So we've skipped just a little bit past that because, yeah, we don't want to get into trouble. But the reason we're watching this video today is because Kat over here has always dreamed of eating snake.
Have you?
Nah. No, she hasn't. Kat hasn't got the best relationship with snakes, have you? You're not a big fan.
I don't like them.
But the snakes are a big fan.
I learned how to tolerate them.
Yeah, but like Leia says, the snakes love Kat.
Yeah.
Like wherever there's a snake, Kat will find it. I've had hatchlings escape and I've searched the whole house, and then you just hear screaming from the bathroom and there's a snake on the floor.
Yeah, because that's the tactic. Whenever I see the snake, I just scream and I get the people that actually know what they do with the snake to get them away from me. Like when we went mushroom picking.
In the middle of the forest where grass snakes aren't meant to be. There was no water source or anything, and they usually live around the water sources here where we are. And the next thing, Kat's screaming, and I think, oh, bloody hell, she's found some awesome mushrooms. And then I hear a snake, so I ran over, and it's the biggest grass snake I've ever seen.
Yeah, you wouldn't cut into me, because when I saw this huge snake right in front of me, I just I froze, and all I could do is scream.
For her hero. So I put my cape on, I took my glasses off, and I ran over. Anyway, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra frisky, you may as well give the video a like as well. We will be going live tomorrow night, Friday night, because we have finally hit 20,000 subs, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much. So we are going to go live tomorrow evening. I will schedule it either today or tomorrow morning so that you know and you can be notified and all that stuff. But it would be freaking awesome if you guys could join us. And without further ado, let's check out fried rattlesnake. Would any of you eat it?
No.
Yes. You would. You've got to try it.
I would probably try it. But I think the fact that I know it's a snake,
I think you would like it.
You guys wouldn't get that close to my mouth.
I think you would try it.
Ooh, good to be back in camp. It is. It was a long night after skinning that snake and trying to get everything just right so we could cook it for y'all. But you don't want to miss out on none of this stuff, so make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Done.
And the dingy dong bell.
The dingy dong
never
bell.
miss out.
Dingy dong bell.
Yeah, dingy dong bell. That's what I said.
Okie for?
Yeah, that's Okie for dingy dong bell.
Saying Bill.
Just ring the dingy dong bell, Shan said. Okay? Products we use and the print.
I think it's his daughter who films for him.
Yeah?
I might be wrong, but like I'm sure someone said to me it's his daughter, and they've got such a good rapport. You never see her, but she's always like correcting him and stuff. That stove at the back there is called Big Bertha.
Recipe will be right down below. Rattlesnake. Whew. I've had them crawl into camp. I've nearly stepped on them in camp. I've been bit in the heel of a boot when I was a young child picking plums in a plum thicket. Scared me to death. I don't hunt snake, but if I have one come into camp where I think I'm fitting to get bit, I'm thinking, hors d'oeuvres. That's what we're going to have right before them Cowboys.
Look at that behind him.
Yeah.
The two birds of prey flying. Are they vultures?
Fitting to get bit, I'm thinking, hors d'oeuvres. That's what we're going to have right before them Cowboys come in. Because ain't no sense in wasting something. The skin become the hat band, the meat become fine dining, it did. And when you're eating snake, folks, I just want to tell you right now, don't think you can be getting one of them like this. Ain't no meat on them. Now, I do want you to know right from the start, don't do this at home. If you've had no experience in this as a snake wrangler, don't just go outside and say, hey, I'm going to pick that snake up. That snake will bite you, folks. Get you some of them blue gloves. Let me see what happens here. I think you know which kind I'm talking about. Let me look in here.
Have you ever seen a Cowboy Kid video?
No.
I've
seen one.
I love this guy.
Yeah, we did.
We haven't done the corn dog one actually. That's one that's saved. We want to do because I want to do corn dogs. I love this guy. He's got such awesome recipes and he's just got such a nice way about him.
Folks, you want to get you some of them or whatever color you think goes with your apparel that you're wearing. See, it matches my outfit today. It does. Because to me, snake meat, and when you're skinning a snake, that old skin and stuff and the fat that is on one has a little odor to it. But you've got to make sure, just like any wild game that you're fixing, it is washed many times and rinsed, cleaned really well, and then let's get it to where we need it to be after that. For snake, or even old wild hog, I always like to soak in buttermilk overnight. Now, the reason I like to use buttermilk
I've asked
is
this question on my channel before.
Milk in butter?
No. I don't know what it is.
I think it's like heavy cream, something like
I have
that.
no idea because there's so many recipes I want to try and they're like, you need buttermilk. I'm like, what the heck is buttermilk?
Well, unless it's the buttermilk. When you make butter,
Is it? Yeah, is it the
liquid-
leftover?
Or that. It's either like something like a heavy cream or the leftover from when you make a
it's-
butter.
If you know, comment below.
Because
please.
we don't have a butter
No,
here.
we might do, but it might be called something different.
Maybe. Yeah.
You never know.
I think there's a little acid in there that helps sort of break that stuff down, but also it's going to give it a more tender flavor, a more southern rich flavor to me. Let that thing set at least 6 hours. I like to go overnight.
hours.
Now you see me in this little deal we had last night, add a little water to that buttermilk because I want to make sure he's covered really well. But if you got enough buttermilk, just use plain buttermilk all the way through. So we're going to start with a cup of all-purpose flour, a half a cup of cornmeal, because I like to have a little bit of that crunchiness you get out there, you know, like when you're frying fish. Then we're going to go a
We got those.
tablespoon
Do we?
Thank you, Who's Your Daddy?
Yeah.
of what? Red River Ranch mesquite. You ain't got none? Shannon will have you a link up there where you can
always
get it
using
because
mesquite.
this stuff got a little ancho chili in there, but a good mesquite flavoring. Cayenne pepper. I like my snake to bite, but I like him to bite in a good way after I done got him cooked up a notch. So we're just going to put just a tad because it don't take much of this. So we're going to put it right there. Onion powder, teaspoonful.
Look who showed up.
And look who come in, the taste testers.
Taste testers.
We're gonna go about
What I
2
love
teaspoons.
about him is he always give the dogs something. Really? Like, yeah, he loves his dogs.
Spoons of garlic powder, which is that much.
Onion powder.
Now to that, y'all have seen me drag it out many times when we're frying. What is it? Cornstarch. It's not only for first aid and medical ingredients of thickening gravy. It is good to help batter adhere to meat and make it puff there and have a good crust. So we're gonna go
We got
with 2 tablespoons. That completes the dry section of this movie. So let's get her mixed up really well. Now we may have to add a little to this if the snake is bigger than what we got for, because you can't just go to the towns to the butcher man and say, I'd like a 4-pound snake, please, because I don't think he's gonna have him. So we're gonna have a little dry, we gotta have a little wet. What do we call them? Cackleberries. That is
Cackleberries,
what
I
they
love
are
that.
called. And we've taken 2 of them.
Speaking of
milk.
cackleberries, I left 5 on the grass earlier because I went in and collected them and then we went looking for worms for fishing.
yeah.
So there's 5 eggs on the grass. Please
Oh,
remind me to
okay.
go and get them.
Which is that much right there. Pardon me while I put this back in the refrigerator.
I'm gonna get them.
Get you a whisk. Time to drag out the main feature of this attraction, and that is the snake. There he is, folks.
Big old
He has
rattle.
been
Yeah.
bathing in the buttermilk
How do you know
all
the dog?
night. Well,
Oh,
let's
he's
just
gonna
start by
cut it.
cleaning up these little edges here.
Taking the edges
And you got to cut through that backbone just like that. So make sure you just clean them up. I want to square them off here a little.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Now we're just going to cut him into about 4-inch pieces.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Something that'll fry up really well. You know, this old fella here, he's pretty stout. That backbone is thicker than mine.
I love this guy.
Let's go ahead and put these in the milk and egg mixture. And you can use buttermilk if you seen fit. But folks, he done had a buttermilk bath, so I'm just giving him a milk and egg bath. Then we're going to take him right over here. Make sure he gets some of that all the way through, because I want that good crust on there. And what are we going to do? You guessed
Oh,
it.
double dipping.
We're going to double baptize, we are.
Did you do that with the
Then we're
chicken?
just going to set them right over here on this
did.
plate till we get the rest
I
of
did,
them.
but I used cornflakes, didn't I?
Yeah.
But he's not using breadcrumbs, is he?
But he put cornmeal in there.
Yeah.
Actually.
But I
Make that
love
chicken
the fact that he's using the gloves. Because that's why I hate making anything in the bread.
Oh, is it?
Because
Yeah,
it's
like
sticky.
fried.
I was going to buy
Because
those.
it just gets on my nerves how it sticks on
I was going to
Yes.
buy these gloves.
But
I
buy
saw
the
them in
black ones.
Kinnikos. Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
but-
black,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they smell funky.
No, they don't.
No, not all the time.
Done,
You
and
got
the
to pick
oil
and choose
gets
your
hot.
battle.
Then we're going to fry up some crispy goodness.
Oh.
People have been eating snake for a long, long time, folks. They have. And I am sure old Cookie going down
Sorry
the trail.
to pause again. Guess what? We have got Naked and Afraid again. We've got
Oh,
Discovery.
yeah.
And we were watching it the other day, and they were eating snake and that. So when he said that about the small one earlier,
Yes.
they ate this snake. It must have been that
Yeah.
big. I was like, what is the point? The effort it took to catch and kill the bloody thing. But what a show!
King snake.
We found many of them crawling there in an old wagon tracker on a trail. Hey, that's meat. Let's throw it in the pot. A lot of them even made like a rattlesnake stew. You just cook that stuff down a little bit in a skillet, add you some peppers, onions, everything that go with it, throw it back in there, rattlesnake chili. Hey, them old cookies used it a whole lot. I fixed it on ranches for cowboys as hors d'oeuvres on hors d'oeuvre night, fried in some good peanut oils. What we're using today, we're about 2 inches deep in that old fine neck skillet. I've heated it to about 355 degrees we have. It is time to fry some snake. Lay them in there gingerly, and I don't like to crowd them up now. We're just going to do 3 pieces at a time. That way you get more of an even cook. And I want you to make sure that the pieces that you're putting in there are sort of the same size. Just as everything tapers off in life, so does a snake's body. So long to short, thicker to thin, make sure they sort of match when you put them in here. You can see them little fellers have done floated back up there at the top. I like to roll them over, even though they're already submerged in grease. And that snake don't want to lay on his belly. They never have. And that reminds me of an old wives' tale that I heard many years ago. You got that snake, throw him out there on the ground or hang him on a fence. If he rolls over belly side up, it's going to rain that night. Really golden, crispy brown, and we are nearly there. How long do they fry? Don't take long, folks, because you got to remember that loin run down that little snake's back ain't very big, and the rest of it is just rib meat, very thin, so it don't take long to cook a snake.
No,
That's where
that
the
was
guts
where the
go.
guts was. They had to cut.
The only thing that'll put me off is the amount of bones.
Yes.
Because if you think about it, it's just one long rib cage.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like fish bones almost, I'd imagine.
Oh, there he is.
Might be the pot.
So,
So does he know to go with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
See, it just looks like chicken legs. They're beautiful.
yeah.
I'm going to have to pause just a little bit so we don't get a copyright. But I don't know, unless I was starving, I don't think I could kill it because I love snakes too much.
Yes.
So if it was like, I'm going to use naked and afraid terminology, if it was survival, then I would eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like other than that, I don't think I would want to kill it.
Probably because we're not used to eating the snakes.
Well, it's also because I've kept them pretty much my whole life. So I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like me, for me, it's almost like eating a dog.
Yeah.
So, come on, enough with the music. We don't want to copyright. This is your dinner. There's a green unit.
That's what I call a good crust. I want you to listen to him. That's like a shell on a turtle's back. That stuff will repel water if you set it out there, I promise, and that's what we're after. I'm not going to take a bite of this one just yet. I'm just going to show you about what we're talking about on this loin. So let me just crack that shell on there, and we're going to look here and see. There ain't a whole lot there. This is about what you're getting, folks. You get right again that loin, and you can pick on them bones and clean it off. But if you're feeding a lot of people, I'm just going to tell you right now, you better start snake hunting last year. Because it's going to take a bunch. So let me just go ahead and have me a little old bite of this.
Kent, does it taste like chicken?
No, got more of a chewy texture than anything like a fish or a chicken would have. Now, there is a distinct taste to that to me, and it's not what I'd call gamey, but just sort of like a mild white fish. What we're going to do, we're going to put this sauce on it. Now, I like 2 different kinds. This is a smoky sauce that's got a little honey, and do you know Duke has his own mayonnaise company, Duke the Dog, Duke's Mayonnaise. So I'm going to put a little right down here. And a lot of y'all turned us on to that Duke's Mayonnaise, and let me tell you, that stuff is some fine dining. Dining? Fine dining. Another great method that I like to use to dip my snake in, what is it? Ken Rollins green chili chipotle relish. Give that snake a bite the second time.
We need a snake charmer dance.
No, it's called a snake stomping dance. If he's a big snake, you get plumb up here on
I
top.
tell you what, for his age, like he jumped on that like it was nothing.
I wouldn't have been able to. Is he a cowboy actually?
The table.
That's what he does for a living. Well, he used
Crocodile
to do. He cooked for
Dundee
the
ain't got
Cowboys
nothing on me, folks. Snake will make you athletic.
in his chuck wagon.
You ever been walking through the pasture and you see one, you can jump twice as far as you ever thought you could. I'm just telling you. Now, down below, we'll have you some resources of where you can find you some snake if you need some, because I am not recommending you going out into the wilderness and trying to catch your own if you don't know what's going on. I don't want to hear about you getting snake bit. I tip my hat to our servicemen and women and all the veterans who keep that flag flying over camp. We shall not forget you ever, and we keep you in our thoughts and prayers. We would also like to tell you all, be sure you like, you share, and you subscribe, because we don't want you to miss out. Now, I need a favor from you. Get you some food. Ring the bell across there. Take it to your neighbor. Take it to someone who might need a meal, who you just want to share and visit with, and then tell them, you want to eat again at my house, you better subscribe to them Cowboy Kent Rollins videos. So we appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. God bless you, each and every one, and I'll see you down the fried rattlesnake trail.
See you later, Ken. I love this
Oh,
guy.
what a lovely
He's
man.
such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
He's funny.
I'll tell you what, the way he jumped on there, I don't
I
know if I
was
could
so-
do that.
I don't think I could.
Yeah,
But I've got
you
my
got a
knee.
dodgy
yeah.
knee.
Yeah, my knee would go.
So, Garen, would you eat it?
100%.
Yeah, I would try it.
You?
I would try
I
it.
would
100%.
try it.
The
I
only
think the bones would
I would.
put me off,
Yeah.
because it must be quite fiddly, no? But
Yeah,
like,
but
it's okay.
The
I would
Slovak
try
thing
it.
is to
I'm
eat
not
carp.
saying I would eat the whole thing, though.
The Slovak thing is to eat carp in the winter, and that is just bones as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
And
wouldn't
this-
eat it.
over
He
Christmas.
was quite.
No?
Yeah.
It looks good, though,
You would
doesn't
try it,
it?
like-
No, I would not.
Yes, you
I promise
Then
I would
we'll
not.
say.
I would
what-
tell you it was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, hey, Leia, try this.
And then I'll remember this video. I'll remember
Yeah, but how are you
it
gonna
looked.
know? It looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just fried chicken.
Such a shame we don't have rattlesnakes in Slovakia.
Yeah, but we can buy some ball pythons, grow them up, and eat them.
I have my bull python. You're not touching him.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. As usual, if you want to send us a recommendation or anything, please send us an email. The email address is down in the description. We will be going live tomorrow night, so we hope you can join us. It will be freaking awesome to have a chat with you. We haven't gone live in quite a while again, have we?
Yes.
So it would be great to catch up and have a chat. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
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 And we will see you in.
Next
video.
Bye.